You're ready to buy a plug-in solar system. You've done your research, you've checked your state's law, and you've decided you want to start generating your own electricity. So you go online, and you're immediately hit with a wall of numbers. Watts, kilowatt hours, depth of discharge, cycle life, UL ratings.
And a lot of flashy marketing from brands you've never heard of, promising that you'll eliminate your electric bill with a single panel that costs $300.
Today, we're cutting through the noise. We're giving you the spec-by-spec buyer's guide so you know exactly what to look for and what to ignore. We're going to break down the difference between panel wattage and battery capacity, explain the non-negotiable safety certifications you have to demand, show you how to evaluate warranties, and give you the red flags that tell you to close the browser tab and walk away.
By the end of this episode, you won't just be shopping, you'll be evaluating.
Welcome to Plug-in Solar Explained. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mike from PluginSolarUS.com. This is the simple way to understand plug-in solar, home energy, and the policy shaping America's next consumer energy movement.
Today, we're tackling the buying process. The market for plug-in solar has exploded in the last year. There are dozens of companies selling kits online, and if you don't know how to read a spec sheet, it is very easy to buy the wrong system, or worse, an unsafe system that could damage your home. Mike, let's start with the two biggest numbers printed on the front of the box: wattage and capacity. What's the difference, and why does it matter?
Panel wattage, measured in watts, or W, is how much power the system can generate at any given moment in full sun. Think of it like the horsepower of a car engine. It tells you how fast the system can produce electricity. Battery capacity, measured in kilowatt hours, or kWh, is how much of that energy it can store for later. Think of that like the size of the gas tank.
So if I buy a system with 800 watts of panels and a 2 kilowatt hour battery,
it means your panels can produce up to 800 watts of power per hour in perfect sunlight, and your battery can hold 2,000 watt-hours of energy total. So in ideal conditions, those panels could fill that battery from empty to full in about 2.5 to 3 hours.
how do I know how much I actually need? Because the instinct is always to just buy the biggest number you can afford.
It depends entirely on your goals. If you just want to offset your fridge, your Wi-Fi router, and your baseline vampire power, the stuff that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a starter system is plenty. That's typically 400 to 1200 watts of panels, with a small 1 to 2 kilowatt hour battery. Cost is usually $300 to $1,500.
And if I want to actually make a dent in my monthly bill?
Then you need a mid-range system. That means 1,200 to 1,600 watts of panels, and crucially, a 3 to 5 kilowatt hour battery. The battery is what actually gets you through the expensive evening peak hours. If you want to offset your time of use rates from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., when electricity in states like California can cost 50 cents or more per kilowatt hour, you need the battery capacity to store that solar power until the sun goes down. Mid-range systems typically run $1,500 to $3,000.
And is there a tier above that?
Yes. High output systems go 1,600 to 2,400 watts with a 3 to 5 kilowatt hour battery. These are for people who want to make a serious dent in their bill or who want real backup power during outages. You're looking at $3,000 to $4,500 or more. But in a high rate state, the payback period can be as short as 3 to 4 years.
Okay, let's talk about safety. This is the one area where I know you will not compromise. What letters and numbers should I be looking for on the spec sheet?
This is the most important part of the entire buying process. You need to look for UL certifications, Underwriters Laboratories. They are the independent safety science company that tests and certifies this equipment.
Which specific UL numbers do we need?
There are 3. The first is UL 3700. This is the new gold standard specifically for plug-in solar, released in December 2025. It ensures the system safely interacts with your home's wiring, including anti-ice lending protection, which shuts the system down automatically if the grid goes out so you don't electrocute a utility worker, and breaker masking protections that prevent wire overheating.
What if a system doesn't have UL 3700 yet? I know it's a relatively new standard and not every product has been through the testing process.
If they don't have UL 3700, they must, at minimum, have UL 1741 for the microinverter. That is the foundational standard for grid-tied inverters. And if the system includes a battery, that battery must be certified to UL 9540, which is the safety standard for energy storage systems. UL 9540 covers everything from thermal runaway prevention to electrical isolation.
So to summarize, UL 3700 is the ultimate goal, but at a bare minimum, you need UL 1741 for the inverter and UL 9540 for the battery.
Exactly. If a system doesn't explicitly list these certifications on their website or spec sheet, walk away. Do not buy it. It is not worth the risk to your home.
Let's talk about warranties. These systems cost anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. How long should I expect them to last, and what should the warranty actually cover?
You have to look at the warranty in pieces because different parts of the system have very different lifespans. The first question to ask is, what kind of solar panel does the system use? There are two main types in the plug-in solar market. Traditional rigid monocrystalline panels, the same kind used in rooftop installations, typically carry a 20 to 25-year performance warranty. Foldable or flexible panels, which are popular in portable and balcony-style kits because they're lighter and easier to store, usually carry a much shorter warranty of 5 to 10 years. Neither is wrong, but you need to know which one you're buying.
So if I want the longest-lasting system, I should look for rigid panels?
If longevity is your priority, yes. Rigid panels are more durable over the long term. Foldable panels are more convenient and portable, but they have a shorter expected lifespan and a shorter warranty to match. Make sure the warranty matches the panel type you're actually getting.
What about the microinverter?
Microinverters typically carry a 10-year warranty. That's consistent across most brands in the plug-in solar market. The battery is the component with the shortest lifespan. Expect a 5 to 10-year warranty on the battery, often tied to a specific number of charge cycles, meaning how many times it can be fully charged and discharged before its capacity degrades below a certain threshold.
What about the software? A lot of these systems come with an app. Is that just a gimmick to show you how much power you're making?
No, good software is what turns a dumb battery into a money-saving machine. You want to make sure the app supports automated time of use, or TOU scheduling. This is critical.
How does that work in practice?
You tell the app what your utility charges at different times of day. For example, 20 cents in the morning, 50 cents in the evening. The software will automatically prioritize charging the battery from solar during the cheap hours and then automatically discharge that battery into your home during the expensive hours. If the software can't do that automatically, you're leaving significant money on the table every single day.
Let's talk about the red flags. What are the warning signs that a system is not worth buying?
There are 5 things that should immediately make you close the browser tab. First, no UL certifications listed anywhere. If they can't tell you what their inverter is certified to, they don't have a certification. Second, vague or missing warranty information. A legitimate company is proud of their warranty. If it's buried in fine print or absent entirely, that's a problem.
What's the third red flag?
Unrealistic savings claims. If a company is telling you that a 400-watt system will eliminate your electric bill, they are lying to you. A 400-watt system will offset a modest portion of your baseline load. That's valuable, but it's not your whole bill. Be skeptical of any company that promises dramatic results without showing you the math.
And the fourth?
No physical address or customer service contact. A lot of the cheapest systems on the market are sold by overseas companies with no U.S. presence. If something breaks, you have no recourse. Buy from companies with a real U.S. address, a real phone number, and a real warranty fulfillment process.
And the fifth?
No mention of the dedicated circuit requirement. Any legitimate plug-in solar company will tell you up front that systems over 391 watts require a dedicated circuit. If a company is selling you a 1200-watt system and telling you to just plug it into any wall outlet, they are either ignorant of the safety requirements or they don't care about your safety. Either way, walk away.
Let's wrap this up. What's the bottom line for buyers?
1. Match your panel wattage and battery capacity to your specific energy goals. Don't buy a massive system if you just want to offset your fridge, but don't buy a tiny system if you want to eliminate your evening peak charges. 2. Never compromise on safety. Demand UL 3700 certification or at minimum UL 1741 for the inverter and UL 9540 for the battery. If a system doesn't list these, it doesn't have them. 3. Understand the warranty differences. Rigid panels carry 20 to 25-year warranties. Foldable panels carry 5 to 10 years. Microinverters are typically 10 years. Know which panel type you're buying and make sure the warranty reflects it. And demand smart TOU software to maximize your financial return. 4. Know the red flags. No certifications, unrealistic claims, no U.S. customer service, and no mention of the dedicated circuit requirement are all reasons to walk away.
For a complete checklist to take shopping with you, including a breakdown of the best systems currently on the market, check out the Buyer's Guide at pluginsolarus.com.
Thanks for listening to Plug-in Solar Explained, the simple way to understand plug-in solar, home energy, and the policies shaping America's next consumer energy movement.
Plug-in Solar US is an educational resource. Rules, codes, utility requirements, and product certifications can change, so always check current local requirements and use properly certified products.